Hello, grade 12s. Today we're going on to deferred payments, working from slides 34 to 38 from the finance PowerPoint. Okay, so basically what are deferred payments? They are if you've taken out a loan and you miss a couple of payments, what's going to happen there is interest is going to be added onto the loan, all right? And then your main payment will increase. For example, like during this lockdown period of ours, some people aren't able to pay their mortgages or the loan on their car or whatever the case is. So they'll ask the bank, they'll say, listen, can you just give us 2 months just to, sort everything out, and then we can pay after this lockdown. So what the bank will do is they'll add interest onto whatever that loan amount is still owing. And then you still have to pay that extra on top of it, on top of the loan amount, okay? So I'm going to skip the first couple of slides, just explaining that. You can read through it. But I think the best way to do this is to go through an example, okay? So if we look at the only example that they've given us for this one, the question is saying, a construction company secures a loan for $2.5 million to purchase a mobile crane. The loan is repaid by equal quarterly installments over 7 years at an interest rate of 12% per annum compounded quarterly. Question A, calculate the value of the quarterly payments. Okay, because it's a loan, we're going to use present value, and they've also haven't said anything about payments starting immediately. So we know we're going to be using the normal present value formula. So P is equal to 2.5 million. X, we don't know, we're going to work that out. The interest is 12%. And our time period is 7. Okay, and they've told us that this is compounded quarterly. So we need to divide that by 4 and times that one by 4. Put this on the calculator and you will get 3 over 100. And this one here will give you 28. Okay, so our present value formula, P is equal to X, 1 minus 1 plus I to the power of minus N, all over I. Just substitute your values in here and we get 2.5 million equals X, 1 minus 1 plus 3 over 100 to the power of minus 28 all over 3 over 100. Okay, grade 12, so what I'm going to do, work this bit out on the calculator, then say 2.5 million divided by ounce, and you will get your monthly payments to be 133,233 Rand and 8 cents. Okay, so not too bad, just a normal present value type question. All right, question B. Calculate the capital amount still owing after 2 years. So this is balance outstanding. So it's going to be a present value formula. So P is equal to, we don't know. X is equal to our monthly payments. We've just worked it out over here. 133,233 Rand and 8 cents. Our interest hasn't changed. It's still this 3 over 100. Now our N is going to change, okay? So they're asking after 2 years. So the total time period for this loan is 7 minus the 2, because we paid for that and we want to find out what's the remaining. And we just need to multiply this by 4 to get it into your quarters, okay? So that'll give us 5 times 4 is 20. So we have 20 payments left or 20 time periods left, okay? Our present value formula, P is equal to X, 1 minus 1 plus I to the minus N all over I. Okay. Punch this on your calculator and you will get 1,982,171.80 is still owing. Okay. Question C. Question C is saying, calculate the value of the quarterly payments if the first installment is deferred and is only paid after 9 months from the granting of the loan. So this is a deferred payment. So what I've done, grade 12s, is I've just drawn up a little timeline here just to see what's going on. Okay. So this is not a present value in advance. So we don't pay straight away. So here's where you would initially be paying. You would normally start paying over here. Okay. But what they're saying here, it's being deferred. Well, they're only starting to pay in 9 months' time. Now, because it's quarterly, each one of these little things is worth 3 months. So that would be your first year, your second year, and so on and so on. Okay. So each one is 3 months. And if they only start paying in 9 months' time, so that's 3, 6, 9. So this is where they're going to start paying now. This is where they initially would be paying. So how many payments have been missed? 1, 2. Okay, so you see you've missed here, start paying here. Okay, so you've missed 2 payments. So those 2 payments now are going to get interest. And what I'm going to do, grade 12s, is I'm going to make it all in one big formula. Okay, and we know it's going to be a present value problem. So you've got this 2.5 million that they took out. And as you saw from this timeline, they would have started paying here, paid there, but they've missed those 2. So you're going to get interest on those 2 payments. And that's what I'm going to do here, 1 plus. And what I'm doing is I'm using the compound formula. So we're saying A is equal to P 1 plus I to the power of N. Okay. So, and I'm using this bit here. And our I hasn't changed. It's still that 3 over 100. And our N, which is our 2 missed payments. So it's to the power of 2. Okay. And that must be equal to now the present value formula, which is going to be X 1 minus 1 plus this 3 over 100 to the power of minus. Now, this is where the little tricky bit comes into it. Now, because we know that from over here, from our very first one, 7 years quarterly will give us 28. So we have 28 payments. So you've missed 2 payments. So what must this be over here? It must be 26. So these 2 over here, this one and this one, must add up to the total payments, which was 28. Okay, and how did we get that 28? We said the 7 times 4. Okay, so that's how you can always tell if your indices here are correct. They must always add up to the total number of periods there are. Okay, all right, so finishing off this formula. All over the 3 over 100. Okay, so what we're going to do, work this out on the calculator, this bit over here, say this thing divided by aunts, and you will get your new quarterly payments. And that will give you 148,362 Rand and 33 cents. All right. So that was just the main thing, guys, for your deferred payment. Add on your interest to your loan. For this N, you can calculate it by saying your total minus whatever the missed payment numbers are. Okay. Right, grade 12s, I would like you to do exercise 4.4, numbers 8 and 9 for me, and then exercise 4.5, numbers 7, 8, 9, and 10, please. Thank you.